I would do.
All right. Welcome to React and Chill, everyone. I'm going to talk about Baby Metal here tonight, and with me is Morgan Metal. How's it going?
I'm good. Nice to hear you again.
Hey, it's no problem. Thank you for agreeing to come on here and at a short notice, and we're talking about Baby Metal pretty much. So a lot's been happening with the tour, the 2024 tour and all that stuff. Have you been following up on it? I'm not sure if I'm cutting out. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been following up on the 2024 tour?
I would think so. I think they're still in Europe right now.
Yeah, they are. Definitely in Europe still. I caught some videos of it, some little snippets. Very exciting stuff. The energy level's very high. Hey, did you catch that? Oh man, it was like, I think it was like a couple days ago at the Download Festival, right? Where Sue was just.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, Sue looked very angry that day.
I was shocked. I'm like, what happened? Oh, she just ran off. Like, oh, I think it's the technical difficulty thing, but I guess it got over with for like 30 minutes later and then went back on. Like, so that would happen. It's just the first time, you know?
Yeah, it was so surprising because, like, I'm not there, right? I don't know what was happening there. As some people were speculating weather or something, but it was like, really? I mean, I guess. I mean, they seemed fine, you know?
I guess.
But man, I'm like excited. I can't wait till they come to the States. Though I won't be able to see them unless things change because I don't think they're even coming to Texas this year, which is well, kind of sad for me. But
It's okay. You'll get another chance, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they add more dates. Hopefully they do. But they're going your way, right?
Yeah, this will be for my 5th show.
Oh,
my 5th time.
That's cool. Are you going to be going with friends?
I'll be going with my boyfriend, and then hopefully I'll meet some people. Hey. Like, cause one of them texted me saying, "I just got tickets and I got a general admission, and I'm scared to go to the mosh pit. What should I do?" Like, I want to be with someone. I'm going alone. I don't want to be alone, and I want to be with someone. So I'm like, don't worry, I'll be with you. It's like, yay! Like, I think like she's from Utah, so she's traveling to go to Anaheim. So
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we'll think of something as a plan. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, going in good company, I mean, with your boyfriend at all, I'm assuming he's a good guy, and going with a friend or someone who needs some help with the mosh pit. Hey, that's good. You have experience in the mosh pit?
No, I've seen people doing that, but it might be dangerous, so I don't know if I would do that. But I'm just thinking that if I'm away in that on that circle, I'll be fine. I don't know if it's not fine because it's like a really small venue, so I think I'll able to see better. But
yeah, if
I wore some boots, that would help. Like to see it. I don't know, because I heard that venue before, but I've never been there, so I might try to figure something out in that situation. So I'll think of something like a plan to find the right spot, because I couldn't get the seats.
Okay, and you say small venue. How small are we talking about? Do you know the capacity?
I would say I think it's House of Blues of Anaheim.
Okay.
Capacity should be 3,000 plus. Should be 3,000 plus.
3,000 plus, not bad. You get up there in the front and you have yourself a solid spot. You know.
Maybe. Yeah, because it looks really small.
Yeah.
So I would think it'd be great to see the stage, like not too above, but I would think they will see it better. It looks like when you're in high school, for example, and then there's an auditorium, and you'll see it. It's like that, maybe. It's just
Like a high
reminds me
school
of my high
auditorium?
school.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. Like you're like, let's say you're in a play, and then you'll see
Yeah.
the audience. It looks like that, and like, okay, the stage is not bad. It wasn't
Okay.
so big, so I bet it looks like the same. I don't
Like, is this?
know, or either like in local venues you'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like
mean,
it's like when you're,
okay. That's cool. That's cool.
I don't know.
And I take
Yeah,
it
I
you
think
got.
you should.
I'm sorry. I'm talking over you.
Yeah.
I take
No,
it.
it's okay. I'm just looking at the pictures. It
Oh, no
looks
problem.
like
Yeah,
it
but
looks
you got
like it
VIP
looks.
tickets and stuff.
Unfortunately, no. I try to get them
Oh
but
man.
it's really expensive. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I'm just gonna go like that was cheaper. So I'm trying my best to save it. So I got both
Yeah.
of us for general admission, and then we're about to take the train like for the best route as
Mm-hmm.
possible. So we're thinking to get on Amtrak and then pass by Buena Park and then to get to Anaheim because he knows the route. So I think it's a short distance to get to House of Blues because Disneyland's like on the other side.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So it's like one block. I'm like, that's so easy to get there. I think the stage wise, it was good. Um, so it's not too bad. So I think we're able to see better on the floor. And then
Okay.
maybe if Koba Metal was there on those mixtapes right behind there, I will just bother him, say hi. I'm
And
like,
no,
Koba, what's up, man? Like, what the fuck?
and yeah, it sounds like girls bask in their glow, or do I want to hang back?
Sold out in Anaheim 3rd, 4th, and 5th of December.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course I know.
All right. So yeah, man, if you get a chance, you could probably hang back with Koba Metal, and maybe
I would be imagine if Koba was there in this little, I don't know what is it called. Would they set up those things and then they do
yeah,
like the mixing? I was just like, hey Koba, can I have a picture?
yeah, that's an opportunity there.
If I can recognize his face.
Oh, that's the thing. He covers his face quite a bit. You know what?
I don't know. I think people
I've
take
seen
pictures.
his face a couple times, but it's like normally when I see him, I'm not really seeing him. I'm seeing like him in a costume or with a face covering.
I think no. I think he usually has his long hair and his glasses. That's it. Like
Yeah.
nothing
Okay.
else. Like yeah. So I'm sure I will see Koba by chance. Like if I get there,
Cool. Very
and, like
cool.
he's just doing his own thing.
Hey, if you had the chance to ask Koba anything, what would it be?
Like, can I meet the girls in the back? Like on stage. Like I'll be sneaky. We'll be troublemakers. Like,
Okay.
it's like whatever. Then like I don't know. I'm just imagining him. Like I'm sure. Like
Well, he's
hey,
not a
we're
genie.
just.
He's not
I
a
get.
genie. I don't think he's gonna
It's like
grant your
hey,
wish.
It's like hey Koba. Like hey Koba. I just talked to one of the Baby Mo Foxcut crew last time. Is it okay? I have an interview, but I didn't have much time. Like after the concert, like I was about to do an interview, but I couldn't because
Yeah.
it was past midnight. So like, okay, next time. And so I'm sure they'll come back and talk to them.
Wait, is there a curfew past midnight? You can't ask Koba questions, or what's going on?
It's because I was on the queue line
Oh, okay.
and
Got
saw
you.
one of the crew
Got you.
there. I'm like, and he asked me
I didn't
that
know there
if
was
I
a
wanted
curfew
to
for
have it.
Koba Metal. Sorry.
Well, no, it's because one of the crew asked me if I have time after the show. I'm like, oh yes, I would. Like, I would love to. I'm like, yeah. After. I'm like, where do you go? I'm like, I don't see them. I'm like, oh well, we just had to go home.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you had an opportunity there. Yeah, I mean, I think the Gaijin guys or what are their names, Alan or whatever. I think he had a chance to interview with the Baby Metal girls. And I think that interview. But did that interview ever post? I think it did, right? I think
Yeah,
it
they
did.
did. Dick or Jack, whatever. I think
think it
he. You're so lucky. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
Like I should be then.
hey, that's some
Yeah,
good
and I
luck
saw like
there.
a Facebook. Yeah, and then I was on Facebook and I saw the post saying, I don't know what happened for some reason. They're not separated. They're just done. I'm like, what? I'm
Oh
like, get
yeah,
well soon. I'm like, what just happened? Like maybe they're just taking a break for like a few months and then we'll come back. Well, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
kind of a
I don't know.
curious thing. Well,
It's just odd.
yeah, and it's not like the other guys aren't doing their own. I mean, they're still doing their own stuff. Like Wave Potter, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's been killing it lately with oh man, he had the great footage of like the warning and Bandmade. I remember that. I know that footage was toxic. I guess it was. I say that because I reacted to it, and just about everyone who reacted to that footage got hit with a strike, not with a block. So that was like, oh man,
Yeah.
oh, radioactive.
Wait, so he got a strike, but
Yeah.
nobody knows?
No.
Oh
You know,
man.
he got a strike. Just about everyone who reacted to that warning footage, the warning with Bandmade, those two bands.
Yeah.
Because and you know what, people are right. It should have thought about it sooner. It was kind of like the way the footage looked. It was caught on a like a cell phone, and I know probably wasn't on the up and up. But like, you know, following the warning. I don't know if you know anything about that band, but they love that stuff. Like they love that sort of footage, and they roll with it, and they're cool with it. And
maybe they're sneaky.
yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of us, I think Wave himself, I don't know, I never talked to the guy, but like we all got caught up in the fever of the moment of like, yeah, Bandmade and the warning, and they're collabing, and here's their song together. You get a chance to react to it. Oh, we're going to do it. And then it's like, oh, everyone is struck. It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, now at least like 100 years later from like YouTube says like, you know, like we have public domain, we do whatever. Like I just hope it doesn't affect, you know, I'm like Mickey Mouse, Steam Willies thing back then. Like now it's like a public domain. I wonder it will happen if everyone videotapes your favorite bands, going to see them live, and nothing will happen. It's still up and running. Nothing, no copyright strikes or partially blocked, and like, okay. It's not going to affect me at all.
Well, for that footage to become public domain, that may take a long time for that to happen.
I agree there.
You know, Bandmade's been around for a long time. I don't want to jinx them, but like they would have to be around long enough to like, because Disney was around for how long, and Mickey Mouse became public domain, or at least that not the whole character, but that one particular footage, that one video. So we're talking. You know, bless a Bandmade's hearts. Okay, the ladies are fine. They live well, hopefully. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if they'll ever become public domain. Okay, I don't see that happening.
Maybe, even if BABYMETAL is popular, I don't know how long they're gonna be up till, I don't know, like, you know, like long lasting time, like bands like Metallica and the others, they're still keep going up and up and up, and then till it's like, oh, why is it like still there? I don't know, like I'm thinking like if they're going up in their 30s or 40s or 50s, I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I don't know if they will still continue going up when they're getting old. And then
well,
I don't know. It's just
I mean,
my thought.
You know, with BABYMETAL, it's very interesting, right? Because they started off so young. You know, they were like literally children. And it was kind of a different, obviously a different sound in a way. Like Doki Doki Morning sounds different compared to, let's say, things on any song on the other one. There's like a pretty big contrast there.
Yeah.
Is that right, or do you disagree with that?
Well, okay. I think when I discovered BABYMETAL, like, I think when I was like 2014, I think. I didn't know they existed when they started in 2010 because I was in, I think, like either in elementary or middle school at the time.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, that's so addictive. Now, like, it's because I never realized the more years later on, it gets really popular now. And especially collaborates with other bands and taking more pictures with cool people. So I think they're trying to get more popularity now, and they gain more likes, more views, more money. So I think they're trying to gain popularity because, like, oh, they're so popular and that's so addicting.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Like, I'm sure they're getting there just fine. So they're just trying their hardest as they can.
Right, right. And I see that, and it's very interesting because like in the very beginning, you know, they had the very overly kawaii metal, which was the whole idea. You get like the J-pop and the metal, and you mix it together. What do you get? You get baby metal. And now I feel like with the other one and stuff, it's like now they're also using this opportunity to really reach out with other bands, especially when they're touring live and taking those photos and hanging out with them and then showing that, hey, they share this spot too. They're metal too. They are part of this, just like all these other guys are. Though they might be different, they have their own style, their own thing. And it is very baby metal. Like the theatrics on stage that they do, you know, there's not, if you look at it from a Western perspective, there's not anything on the West that really compares to that,
right?
Necessarily, right? I can't really think of. You would have to go into like pop groups to find something close, but not really. You know, does it make sense?
At least they're. Yeah, it's like when they're trying to make music as they can, like same thing, like they try to combine it from around the world and they try to make it, oh, it works. Like,
yeah.
They just want to make sure it doesn't turn out crappy. They want to turn out to be amazing. Like, they try to produce more and more music. I'm like, okay. I'm like, even in the studio, recordings take a long ass time to get done, over a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same feeling. Like, hey, sometimes in the beginning, they never announced the album before that happens. And now they do it every time, like on Fox Day. And then hopefully another Fox Day comes and they'll announce it because sometimes they forgot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm hoping that in a moment, like, let's say, when it comes to new bands, a few other bands like coming in, like, oh, it would be so cool to collaborate if they're making new singles, albums, or etc. Like. I don't know, like some of my favorite bands when I was like really little, like I don't know, not much. Like that would be cool with Amy Lee from Evanescence would be cooler, or something like that, or Skillet, or
I think they have a list. I'm sure Koba Metal has in that could be your question. Be like, hey, who's on your collab list? Who are you wanting to collab with? And I promise I won't tell a single soul. I swear, you cross your fingers. I swear I won't tell anybody, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure.
But when Electric.
What?
Yeah. When Electric Callboy, I'm like, who are they? It's like, oh, it looked like Cascada to me. Like,
yeah.
They're both guys, but now, I know Bring Me the Horizon, though.
Yeah, see.
It's because my sister listened to it.
See, and I didn't know who Bring Me the Horizon was until the Kingslayer. I didn't know who they were, so
I do know it because like back in our middle school days, and then Pierce the Veil and the others, like Oliver Sykes are cool.
Yeah,
like I guess he makes. I think the old songs are better sometimes than the new songs. Like I don't know. Like that's because we were like in middle school.
I wouldn't be able to say anything in there because I those are bands I'm not really familiar with. When I was like in high school and like middle school, high school, I was listening to like Metallica, Pantera, kind of showing my age there. When I was in college, actually out of college, that's when I was hearing my brother-in-law, who was in high school at the time, listening to Pierce the Veil and stuff like that. And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pierce the Veil is like way back for me, and asking Alexandra Flyleaf. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like, cause my sister always listened to that kind of music. Like, I remember Skillet too, cause it's based off like.
Dude, when Skillet came on the scene, that was like bringing up the dubstep, and it was changing everything. It was like the influence was getting everywhere, and I'm an old guy, so when I heard dubstep for the first time, I was like, what is this?
Oh, me too.
It was like Terminators fighting. What is going on
it's
here?
Like, when and then Skrillex came up to mind. Like, okay, I remember. Like, Skrillex collaborated with BABYMETAL a long time ago. I'm like, thank goodness, that's so amazing. And now I love Skrillex since. I mean, I don't know why I stopped listening to his music, because I know his old songs when I was at the time, like, I think like 6th or 7th grade. So, yeah, I was like, I love Skrillex. I just wish they could collab with Baby Metal somehow.
Yeah, see,
But really cool.
that would be interesting. I'll be down for that. I know some people be like, "Oh, what? No way!" But some people said that about Electric Cowboy, and some of them changed their minds. Some of them did. Oh, by the way, someone in the chat said that I'm horrible with names. Sam on ItW says he's been going down the foxhole for like the past 3 weeks ever since Ratatata came out.
Oh, new fan here, huh?
New fan, and because of Ratatata. A Ratatata. How many tatas are there?
One of those people think it's a Pokemon.
It is.
A Pokemon character.
Is it not a Pokemon?
I don't know. Like, I was looking at the Discord chat. I'm like, what?
Is it Ratatat? So Ratatat's the squirrel Pokemon, right? It's a rodent. It's a mouse.
No, I do not know because like it keeps popping up everywhere. I'm like, I know Pokemon, but I never heard of that.
You probably have all the Pokemon, right? I don't know. I'm just
it's just the old Pokemon. I'm like, what? Oh, so that's the name that comes from. I'm like, okay, doesn't make sense.
Ratatatata. Oh man.
Yep. Ratata.
So yeah, I mean that's a good way to get into it. I mean that song has exploded. It definitely
is.
has.
It non-stop explosion, like going.
What is the view count on that music video? I haven't checked it in a while, but I'm sure it's over.
Me either. I bet more than 1 million views. I'm guessing. I don't know.
No, it's probably like 5 million. It's probably 6 million, maybe even 9 million.
Damn, it's like a $5 million house. More than that. 5 million. 3.5 million. I don't know. That's just like that.
A
mouse Pokemon.
Kaiju Not says, yeah, a mouse Pokemon.
That's my boyfriend, my bad. That's his username.
Hey, you just doxed your boyfriend. Oh, no, just joking.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to skip this ad. It ad's about to play. We'll skip that. Hey, press that like button if you're watching. All that stuff. But yeah, so, yeah, Ratata exploded because Electric Cowboy and Baby Metal together. They made magic happen. And Baby Metal's whenever they do these collaborations, it's just like a big boost. It's like it just does so well for their numbers, subscribers, listeners, everything. You know?
Yeah. It's like they're back in 2010s now.
Yeah. It feels like it, doesn't it? And
yeah, because of the
yeah, because the energy around it. Because it's like I think more people know about Baby Metal now than they ever had. And then I think that's a factual statement. Obviously. I mean,
right.
They're growing in numbers. So
yeah.
that just shows you. And let's talk about another collaboration to really show you the power that Baby Metal has. Remember Leave It All Behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Did you know anything about F Hero or Body Slam?
Well, I would think so, because F Hero, he just raps like everything. Like he's Big G, you know, like he's I don't know. It just reminds me of like those kind of the rappers. Like okay, I like F Hero, but for Body Slam, it's just, you know, it's just like the music is kind of boring, like at most. But if it's a collab, then they try their best and like, okay, that's much better than I expected. And then while they're making their songs by themselves,
yeah,
it's just sometimes they need team effort. That's what.
Sometimes they need team effort. Well, for me, I didn't know anything about F Hero other than Papa Yaw and Body Slam. I was like, who are they? I have no idea either. But because of Baby Metal, because of how cool like the collaboration was with them. And by the way, it was so cool for F Hero to like pretty much like his time in that music video and that song. It wasn't like he was hogging. In fact, if anything, he was more like giving everybody plenty of time in that music video. And the song was great. And I was like, okay, this is cool. This song is great. I like what's going on here. I want to check out these artists. And I checked out a few Body Slam. I got to say, I like some of their stuff. You know, you mentioned kind of boring. They have a style that I can't do all the time, but there's a particular like online live footage thing I want to continue reacting to later on Twitch, maybe in a near future. That was just so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
they
F
do it
Hero
all the time.
Yeah. So, and I think that just shows the power of like Baby Metal being part of a collaboration and what it does for everyone involved. You know?
Yeah. There's some both comments coming up. That someone went to Yokohama Arena show. He lucky, and then they went to go to San Francisco show with Def Clock and Dragon Force. Oh man, I should have gone, but I was about to go, but I couldn't. But I love Dragon Force and Def Clock. But wow, that's cool.
Yeah, see, Dragon Force would be cool to see. Death Clock is all right. I checked them out when they played with Baby Metal and in Houston, and I found that mix to be interesting because it's like you have this cartoon metal band thing with Baby Metal.
I watched all Def Clock shows, so I just watched Metalocalypse. Yeah, because I know it's like an adult show.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so funny. I love it. I watched the whole thing, and now I got into loving Def Clock in real life. Like, wow, I could see on the screens, and I never knew it was a real band, but now I do now.
Yeah.
So I love it.
So it's like it's a cartoon metal show, but it's actually a real band too at the same time. It's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. It reminds me what like I don't know. It reminds me what Avenged Sevenfold did and like during like Hail to the King's album, like before that happened or something. They did like a cartoon series of it. Or like
really?
It just reminds me of it.
I totally missed that. Yeah, that's a band.
Okay.
Avenged Sevenfold. That's a band that I didn't really follow up on. I liked their stuff, but back when I used to listen to them, that was like Bad Country. That was a long time ago. That was a long time.
I know. Ago. I forgot to tell you. Like my sister did met them in real life, and then she was in the music video. Yeah, and then she went to the VR show by Capitol Records too. So in the music video she was in called Goddamn. So I'm like,
Goddamn.
Like.
All right. Okay. What about an Avenged Sevenfold Baby Metal collaboration?
Hell yeah, I would think do that.
Yeah.
But
hell yeah.
But I don't know about their new albums because it's really bad. But I'm thinking if they go back, like the way the first album came out, would be great. But hopefully halfway, so it'd be great to collab with that. So I don't want to get messed up. You know, like it's great. Like no, we needs more work. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on, Matt.
Well, Koba's team will make sure it's good. At least the Baby Metal's part. They'll make sure it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, even though Matt Shadow says it's okay you don't like the album. Like, I'm surprised that people don't like any kind of album. Whatever they try to make, they say in, like, for free speech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I love Matt Shadows and Sinister Gates because I want to they're their favorites, but I haven't got to see them. But like she goes to their concerts a lot.
Okay, yeah, that's a band. So as someone who only knew like Bad Country, that era of Avenged Sevenfold, like should I follow up on them?
Maybe. Like because I know I like their old songs than the new ones, like and like to like the stage and the first is the. I don't know all I know was one of my favorite songs called "A Little Piece of Heaven" because it talks about the love story and it murdered and it come back like it's like a corpse bride, but I don't know, it's one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
Like every time like I get ready, like get dressed and then going somewhere and I always sing "The Little Piece of Heaven." I'm like, you had my heart.
You mentioned Corpse Bride and got me thinking with Baby Metal. It got me thinking, I haven't really heard or seen a Baby Metal go goth, go like real dark, other than like Baby Metal Death, but I wouldn't really consider that like, goth. So
I think when they done in Headbanger, if they're trying to be as gothy as they could, but not too scary.
Yeah.
Like at least they put some makeup on. I'm surprised. Like because when I first watched
because they've done a lot of different genres. I mean, they've had like thrash metal, a power metal, flat out death metal. They even had like goofy stuff like what do you call man, what's that song? I cannot pronounce it. Imagine
Imagine, yeah. It's like folk
metal. They did folk metal. Okay.
I'm like when you or
So
like Viking metal. Like it's like when I go back to the Viking times or whatever.
yeah,
Like I like that. It
it's
was
like a
so
Viking drinking song.
fun. I know, like you can just learn how to jig. I need to work on it. Like I
Yeah,
like those kind of that type of music, and like okay, that makes you like okay, let's go to the bar and then
yeah,
do the
yeah,
jig.
exactly. That's what I thought too. I was like, okay, wait a second. This song sounds like it's too
It's
much
I don't
fun.
know. It's like Lindsey Sterling slash
Yeah, I
Sabaton.
can see that. So like, where's the goth metal? I guess the closest we have is Headbanger, and but I don't know if that really counts. I gotta ask the chat. Is there a
Right.
goth metal song, and I just not thinking about it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Like it's like when it's like Avenged Sevenfold's a song I kind of sounds familiar, like kind of mashed up with Handbaiter, like almost easy. It sounds familiar, sort of.
Yeah,
Because someone did a video of the Baby Metal um and Avenged Sevenfold mashup
they did a
song. I'm
mashup
like,
video.
oh wow,
Okay,
this sounds similar. So like they make it like right
huh?
beat and right. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it sounds familiar. And
Sometimes
so
they
like,
do
oh wow,
that, and sometimes that's really just a coincidence. It's like, okay, I think
it is.
yeah, because were they
It is.
trying to say that like Baby Metal was stealing or anything like that?
Right.
Hopefully not. It's
Nah,
just
not even a copyright issues, and they always make collabs, and then we'll have
yeah,
them. Bam,
yeah,
it's gone.
yeah. I mean, sometimes songs sound similar. That happens. So, like, what are some man? What are some new things with Baby Metal that have you excited? You know?
I'm excited, like the future. I'm more excited, but hopefully for a new album. I've just been thinking in my head, maybe another Fox Day, or I know like more DVDs. I
Yeah.
know they're like making so much DVDs. I don't know about the whole membership. It's so expensive because I had it once before the other one released, but oh no, it's too every year it gets really expensive and wasting money every year to get the one membership.
How much is the one
And
membership?
I don't know, it's like a Japanese yen, but
Oh,
I've done
okay.
it once and I'll never do it again. So I kept like the other one black box in the drawer, like where all the photos were taken in the box.
Okay. So you have that box.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
yeah, but just always so more photos
Yeah,
only.
you're definitely more of a fan
So.
than me. I don't have that box, and I was never a member of the one. I outed myself
Me
there.
either. I'm like, I can't afford to, like, even I can't even go to Japan. I wanted to, but I don't have the money. Like,
Yeah.
if I would experience to go to Japan, I'll do anything I want to if I'm more careful with money
You
and
gotta
get to
find
know the whole
yeah.
thing.
You gotta find someone who's willing to help you out with that. Pay your way through, or maybe smuggle you on. Good luck on that one. Okay, but yeah, you got to find a way to get.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to go to Japan, myself included.
Yeah. I bet, like, for my goal is to go there for 10 days and then maybe like a class field trip on an airplane to get to Japan. Like, I don't know, I don't know. It's like up to like 16 hours to get to Japan, or is it not really far? But it's like, I know it's on the other side. So hopefully we will go to Japan by any chance, I would say next year, because I haven't heard anything yet. So I need
Yeah,
a, I need a travel agent. So we'll figure something out.
yeah, makes
So we
sense.
just need to make a plan.
Yeah, okay, but you're
'Cause
excited
I've been
about a possible new album.
hopefully I'm guessing because I remember I guessed it right before Metal Galaxy came out and I knew I was right. It is Metal Galaxy. Because I keep hearing that like when the show started for the Dark Knight Carnival that gives me a hint and clue saying Metal Galaxy. It's like, oh, maybe the new album is called Metal Galaxy, and I posted on Reddit
and
saying Metal Galaxy,
and people
and I
doubted
knew
you,
I was right all along.
and people doubted you, huh? People are like, no,
Yeah,
okay, but you
they
knew it.
did. They listened to me. They did.
Yeah, and
Like,
you knew
holy
what it
shit.
was. You predicted it. You saw it right there.
Yeah. I'm really good at prediction. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. I'm like, I think I have a a premonition. I knew that's gonna be a new album title because it just makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, then I have to ask, what's your premonition on the next coming album?
I don't know, Metal Universe. I don't know. Like
Metal
from
Universe.
the galaxy. I don't know. I just call it that because from the galaxy on the outside of the outer system is the universe. And I don't know what the universe goes to, but it doesn't say. Like it's endless eternity outside of space. So we don't know. I don't know.
Metal Universe. It could be.
That's what I was thinking.
If they're going with that, okay.
Yeah.
They did Baby Metal the debut, then Metal Resistance, the Metal Galaxy, Metal Universe. Okay.
Or
interesting.
I don't know what, or maybe another album like the story like comes in the album. I don't know, to be honest. Another maybe LP, EP. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. I think they would have released a full-on album. I think they would, and I'm curious. Like all these singles we have, these new songs, like I wouldn't be surprised if they end up as songs on that new album, though. You know, like Rat-tat-tat-tat
Right.
and Metali, like those songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like
I was thinking. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, sorry. You go ahead first.
Oh, okay. So I was like, we have these new songs, but don't really have an album. They're just kind of singles. They're just kind of floating there, like just in digital space, Which I suppose in this day and age, what's the point of an album? But in Japan, they still sell they still use a lot of physical, DVD, CDs and stuff. It's still very important. So it's like, okay, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up on an album, kind of like with Metal Galaxy. You had Distortion and Starlight sitting out there for a good while until Metal Galaxy appeared.
Yeah. Like, oh, it just makes sense. Like from, let's see. I think we Shine and then Arcadia. And before it was just Starlight, and then it just transitions here.
Yeah. So, and the singles for Metal Galaxy was pretty much Distortion, Papa Ya, and Starlight. I think Elevator Girl was also a single as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a song I don't hear much played live.
I like Girl? I like the Japanese version than the English. I mean, she tried her best. I think the lyrics always change. They don't want to get too scary. So, for the English version, but the Japanese version is deep.
Yeah, the Japanese version is really cool. I like the Elevator to Hell reference there. I like what's going on with that. I noticed, I think, it's been a while since I looked at it, but in the English version, didn't they get rid of that reference, right? They didn't make it seem... Or they made it seem a little lighter, kind of like...
Maybe. I
gotta look at those lyrics again. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
Girl, we're going up. Girl, we're going down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one of my favorite...
That song was just catchy.
I think one of my favorite lyrics is, "My God is such a pain in the butt." That was so funny. That's one of my favorite lyrics there.
Which one?
My God is such a pain in the butt.
I like that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
That's what she... Oh, okay. So they don't want to get too offensive.
Probably not, but at
opposite.
the same... it's funny that they would be concerned about that when they perform Baby Metal Death. They use the cross, the crucifixion, all that stuff, which I think is just cool. I think that's cool. I think that's very metal.
Yep.
I mean, you gotta think. Metal legends have been playing around. When I say metal legends, I mean like Ozzy Osbourne, people like that, right? They've been playing with symbolism and flirting with Christian symbols and satanic symbols. Just having fun with it. And just for shock and stuff.
I mean, they have their own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing. So when I saw that performance there, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And I'm talking about back, yeah, I forgot what performance it was. It was like one of the earlier ones when they first did like the putting Sue on the cross there and putting her up like that. That was so cool. I thought
even the
cool.
Virgin Mary right behind there.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's like,
and Ave Maria plays. Like, I need to get this soundtrack because it's so interesting. Because they're doing their own thing, like me walking with the candles and then praise to the holy, like Hail
the Holy
Mary
Fox God.
And then the Virgin Mary splits open its head.
Yeah.
Like after that, so like, oh, okay. Like, so Sue was reincarnated
through metal. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Like, that makes sense. And then Legend S happened, and it's the same thing over and over again. Like, it's just a crazy memorable moment. And then when she turned 20.
Yeah.
And
true.
even
So I was thinking, like, they have had done like kind of shocky things for theatrical reasons, and they make for good shows. So it's kind of funny that they'd be kind of weird about the lyrics in Elevator Girl being, making it different to not offend or whatever. And then it's like, guys, it's metal. Don't worry about offending people, especially in the West. Like America has like Marilyn Manson and stuff, and like he does stupid. Okay, he does shocking things on purpose. Okay, Ozzy bit heads off of bats. I think one time. I think that happened once actually, but and then it just became a meme.
Oh, really? Because I love Ozzy Osbourne too. I mean, I bet he's getting old, so I don't know if I think he's done touring.
I would imagine so. Like, he would probably need a lot of, I don't know, but at the age that he's at, which I'm not sure how old he is. How old is that, Ozzy? You could probably Google that real fast. How old is Ozzy?
Yeah. Yeah, I love listening to his music when he was in Black Sabbath and etc.
Black Sabbath was great, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be so strange in a way if Baby Metal had like an Ozzy like reference or like
I'd like
that would be a weird collaboration. Like, that be my
with classic rock and some. I think he's 75 years old right now. So
only 75? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
But only 75.
So,
we're talking about 75 plus a lot of drugs. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's been through it a lot.
Yeah, maybe. Allegedly a lot of drugs. Okay, we don't know. But if it is,
I know the history of it.
If it is a lot of drugs, a lot of cocaine, that stuff ages you quick. Not that I know. I don't know. But
he was asking a question. Think he did shows with Post Malone, their song from the Pro. What?
That's right. He did do a collaboration with Post Malone. Okay, all right. If Post Malone and Baby Metal don't do, I mean,
I'm sorry, that's not gonna fit. I mean, if it's Lil Uzi Vert, it's fine. But I don't know about Post Malone because he done with Lil Uzi Vert. Yeah. Only just once. But I don't know about Post Malone, man. Like,
it depends.
Like, no, it will fit.
I don't know. Post Malone wants to do a country thing right now. Could Baby Metal do? Are you serious? I'm serious. Post Malone wants to do country. Could Baby Metal do country core? Could they do that?
Country core, country metal. From rap to country.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's not like Taylor Swift from like country to pop. Like, that's not gonna change. So I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Post Malone is on Koba's list, like in secret. Like, he's like, maybe if some way this could happen, but there's probably no chance. Right.
I don't know if maybe they're trying to get their interest, like Billie Eilish and she's so interested. I don't know. It'd be so cool if Billie Eilish will come into that.
Wait a second. With Metali, Ratatata. What if the new album has like a lot more collaborations than what Metal Galaxy had? Because Metal Galaxy had a lot of collaborations.
Yeah, I think so. Only just Avatar and then F Hero, that's it. And then maybe Polyphia, they done it already. So I mean Polyphia is just nothing but they play guitar. But I'm only one song he just sang, but just only they play guitar for like 30 or 45 minutes.
Well, Polyphia said I saw a video on X or Twitter that they are open for another collaboration, and actually it's kind of set in like it's done. Well, not that the song is done, but that they have been talking about it. By they, I mean obviously the band and BABYMETAL, and that. So there might be something, but that might be like on their end. That might be one of their songs that BABYMETAL does for them. Kind of like Kingslayer. Is Kingslayer really? Is it a BABYMETAL song or is it a Bring Me the Horizon song? It's kind of both, right?
Well, it's supposed to be a Bring Me the Horizon song, so they just add Su Metal's solo for the just for the solo part,
right?
The chorus. So, I mean, the beginning of the song, like it's so cool. It's like a Death Clock video for reference, like this lady with like an AI lady. And like they talk like blah 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 blah, like Kingslayer, and it started. So that's what happened.
Yeah, instead of making stuff up, I have the clip right here. You should be able to hear it.
Feature.
Yeah.
For the next one.
Let me crank up the volume.
Confirmed are.
Can you hear that?
BABYMETAL.
Yeah. BABYMETAL, gonna have BABYMETAL.
Have that kind of thing. But yeah, tell me a little bit about. I mean, is the BABYMETAL one done? Is it like, do you have a song earmarked for them? Is that the way it works?
We have one done for them. And the stipulations this time are, well, you have to give us one too.
Of course, of course.
So, like,
of course, they were stoked about. They're like, oh yeah, all right.
So it sounds like Polyphia is gonna get a song from BABYMETAL.
Oh, they're gonna do another one, huh?
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting.
I never predict that.
Neither did I. Actually, when I heard Brand New Day, I didn't even really know who Polyphia was, and I didn't even know that they were like part of that song.
Me either.
And
me either, but my sister knows.
Hey, your sister knows a lot. Okay.
Yeah, she told me she listened to them. Like, wow. Like, are you serious? Like, she tells me the whole thing, what the band is about. I'm like, oh, they just play guitar, but no singing. I'm like, what? That's boring.
I guess they're kind of like they get singers to collab with them at times. Like, is that right? Like.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. This is really complicated.
Okay. I think I've like Asterism. I don't know if you know that band.
I heard of them before.
They're really good. They're very technical. They're really good players.
And
like they're really good with their instruments. Like that is an understatement.
Yeah.
I have not said they're really good enough to really emphasize how good they are. And they're very young too.
Yeah, and even Extra Pen, they were young too when they started. When they're like itty
that
bitty.
Is true.
And I never knew that. Like, it would be so cool if Extra Pen and BABYMETAL would do the collab like that. Because they were very comparison to it.
That would be a great. That would do well in Japan too. Like that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But if they,
because my boyfriend always listens to some of the Japanese rock bands.
Yeah.
Like he knows.
And you know what too?
I forgot.
Your boyfriend might be able to back this up. X Japan isn't that far away from Queen.
Yeah. I'm a Queen fan.
Wait a second. If they did a collaboration with X Japan, that means there's a possibility that they could do a collaboration with the remaining members of Queen. Oh my God.
Maybe. I was hoping that.
That'd be legendary. Okay.
I was hoping that. It never did happen.
That means
maybe.
Oh my God, that means so many boomers will become like BABYMETAL fans potentially.
And then some of the hormone and the others, etc. But I don't know.
Man. Oh, that's so cool.
And yeah, and then maybe like some of the songs from Kaiju number 8 show, maybe that's what I'm guessing. Like they can collab with that would be cool.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. Man, all these theories, but I do think to bring it back to the new album ideas, I think the new album is going to be whereas Metal Galaxy there was a lot of songs that had like collaborations, a little guest appearances of whatever. I think we're going to have a lot more of that in the next thing. And as far as style goes, like it's I don't know if it's going to be like the other one. The other one, I like that album, but I think it's going to be more of like a mix of like, because if you take Batali and then Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, those songs are kind of very, they're not similar at all. Right? They're very different, but but the energy is there, as what is the consistent factor. So I think you're going to get a variety of different sounds. It's not going to just be like a lot of metalcore-ish things and variations of that. It's going to be very different. It might be kind of more like, actually, in a way, maybe like a little bit of Metal Galaxy and maybe a little bit of Metal Resistance kind of combined. But maybe that's just wishful thinking there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like back in 2005, it's like Panic at the Disco was like kind of metal is so cheesy and like a bit like metal mixed on GarageBand. But I hope it's not like ending up when they turn into pop music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what?
I won't let that happen.
Well, let's say we're all wrong here. Let's say this theory is total a hogwash. And really, the next album is, what if it was like them kind of including more like J-pop? Would that surprise you?
Maybe. I don't know. Tell me if I get older, I'll be sad, but it's hard to support that. So I hope it doesn't happen in the near future. Like that happened to Yui quit. I was so upset and sad about it. Everyone's sad. And then even Mikio died. And that was like the last time I seen him twice at the show. So I don't know what that will happen again, like badly. I don't know. Like I'll be sad.
Yeah, man, you brought up two losses that were very devastating. When Yui left, that was very sad. And Mikio, man.
Yui has like back pain, back problems. She has a back brace on.
Yeah.
And then Mikio died, and he accidentally fell off the building.
Yeah, he was stargazing
without knowing. Yeah, I'm like, that's sad. And even 10 days after he just passed away, I'm like, oh, darn it.
Hey, a fall can be life-threatening. Obviously, I mean, people die from that.
I
stuff.
wouldn't.
Ooh.
Good thing it's not suicide. It's just he accidentally tripped and fell off the building. Like he was just looking at stars for some reason.
Hey, have you looked at stars at a good night? They can be very mesmerizing. Like sometimes you walk around, you're like, hey, there's been nights where I look up at the stars and I'll be walking around, I might trip over something. Okay, now I might have been drinking, but you know.
I don't know. Maybe it's just an accidental death.
Yeah, I think it's accident. And you
it's
mentioned,
like, oh shit, I'm like,
yeah. It's unfortunate that happened.
No.
And I think we got there because of referencing of like the Baby Metal sound from like their debut album. I don't know if we're gonna get that sound necessarily again, like the Doki Doki Morning. I don't think we're gonna get any of that like brand new. You know, well, they'll still probably play those songs every now and then, like maybe once in a while. Like I think they're kind of going more, like, you know, more, I guess. Is mature right word? Is that a good word to say for this?
Maybe. I'm not good with terms, but
Neither am I.
Like more like modern metal-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
I see that.
2030s. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Okay. So I think we're on the same page there. I wonder if anyone in the chat disagrees or has any theories on this, because it's very interesting what could happen. Well, it's all just speculation. It's kind of fun to kind of wonder about
Aww. Oh, I'm late. Sorry. Like, no, it's okay.
it. You're still, hey, Repo Bob's here. Repo Bob is the #1 Baby Metal fan. He's also the #1 Bandmate fan. Now that could be a collaboration too, Baby Metal and Bandmate. I don't know what they would do, because that might be too much.
I still have no comments coming up yet, but I'm sure they'll know.
Yeah. Let's see. So we talked about what the new album could sound like and theories about that. We talked a little bit about the live, the latest tour that they're doing. Let's see. Do you have any fun little theories or facts or anything about Baby Metal that you would like to share?
Maybe. Please something more dark or
Something more
fun
dark?
to it. Like, I don't know. Not like Evanescence dark, nor Skillet dark, nor Arch Enemy dark. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just thinking something more deepful meaning, or just something that doesn't make sense.
Something more deep in meaning. I think Koba was trying to do that with the other one.
Right. And then he'll do more, like, to make more sense. Maybe more deepful meanings, like going deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah. That also sounds like a Bandmate song. Go deeper, deeper, deeper.
Or even the Big Metal stream that gives a hint to which one I like. Lol. You would say lol.
Yeah. Oh, Repo Bob is a very consistent guy on this channel. He's a friend. Yeah, he's he's being funny right here.
Yeah,
he's in the Baby Metal stream,
too.
but he's a #1 Bandmate. I'm just joking. No, he's cool with Baby Metal. But a darker sound, or I guess much more meaningful sound. It's kind of interesting when you listen to Koba Metal or read Koba's interviews about like the other one. He'll talk about how like the meanings of some of those songs are supposed to be kind of like very dependent on how you interpret it. Be like, what does it really mean? Kind of like in the interview.
The riddle.
Yeah. It's kind of like. The way he described it kind of sounded like a postmodernist view on like how do you interpret or how do you perceive even like an object if it's not really how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, it's like the other one gallery thing. Like hopefully they'll put more samples in the new album again, hopefully, and then they will help me like it's all the mix up like different samples. Like how'd this go? Oh, I put it wrong. Oh, okay.
I'll ask you this. I'm pretty sure you were surprised by the saxophone in the other one.
Me too. It's so
out there, right?
Soothing. It's soothing. Like the saxophone is soothing.
Surprisingly, yes. Like when I first heard the saxophone in The Legend, which is not my favorite song at all, but I like the saxophone in it. And when I heard it, I was like, okay. And it doesn't sound like a cheap sample. It sounds like it sounds good.
I bet someone hired a saxophone player or something. I don't know. I think one of my favorites from the album is Metal Kingdom because they add like more fairy tale legend kind of music, like, and it has a choir to it. I like the choirs.
Okay.
It's just more like Game of Thrones kind of thing.
Yeah.
And make that kind of.
That's what that song is. It's a Game of Thrones sort of like world. Yeah, Metal Kingdom is definitely like that. That's what I thought when I first heard that. Yeah,
it's like the national anthem, but more like. I like it. It's just I try to make out a sample of these vocals of the choirs. Like, that fits really well. I love it. Like, it's more holiness to it.
Well, I could see that. I mean, even the lyrics in that song: "Hold your sword up high, hold your hands up to the Lord." Okay, and they're like, okay, it's like. it's cool, man. I like what's going on there and the instrumentation of it, and like the drums in that song are very intense.
Yeah. I mean, hearing it live would be great, but I haven't got to hear it. But I watched some videos of Metal Kingdom live. They changed the choreography, and like, okay, that makes sense.
I think
I just like that role.
I think they only played it live for
last year's, I think.
Yeah.
Before I was hoping that. I mean, I like the throwing the outfits when they're doing those kind of epic shows. But I mean, when it's around the world. I mean, if it's around the world, they don't need it. I don't know, like, it's just something epic, but when it's, like, around the world, they just do a different choreography that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, when they're touring around, especially for summer, they got to take into account, like, heat. Those thick coats that they were wearing, those costumes, and the heat would be a freaking killer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, it's like Daenerys Targaryen comes in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Sue Middles is Daenerys Targaryen. That's what she reminds me of.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Mola and Momoko be. I bet it's nothing, but it just only still looks like Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Like that's how I imagine. Like, oh wow, she look like Daenerys Targaryen. Like Sue Middle is Queen Daenerys Targaryen, but nothing else.
And she sat on there, and they would sit on the thrones that were like obviously a reference to Game of Thrones with the swords, but instead of swords, they had like kitsunes, right? It was like a bunch of kitsunes, kitsunes, or what do you say? The fuck
kitsunes, yeah. Like,
that was pretty cool. I could imagine. Like one of my favorite photos. I could imagine Sue like on a dragon, you know.
Heck yeah, but no, the throne is so much cooler because it's just so reference to it. Like I would imagine that, even with the photo of Sue Middle like in my background wallpaper. What are thoughts on BABYMETAL's new outfits?
I think their new outfits are pretty cool. I like them.
I like them too. I just like the fox face on the chest and with the armor, but it's so expensive to make every year. They always make them. And sometimes they switch, sometimes they don't switch. I'm like, it's just a waste of money, and they always keep them like as a collection.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tokyo Dome's outfits and then Doki Doki Morning outfits.
Yeah, and I think bands do that. I think they do that. They kind of give it a fresh look, a new look, while also
like evolution.
Yeah, kind of like that. Because you know, there's a lot of bands will do that. Other Japanese bands too, where they'll change their look for a particular tour.
Yeah.
They kind of, and also you got to think too. Sorry, those outfits might be easier to like breathe into. Like I don't know if that's the type of material that they're using, but and you mentioned that sometimes they'll wear like they'll still wear the older outfits depending on the set or depending on what they're doing. At times I notice. But shoes
and leggings that doesn't see their legs. I mean, back then there were no leggings and they were socks, but that's really worrisome because why would they see BABYMETAL's legs? But if it's for leggings, that's fine. But why seeing their legs? Like you see under the skirt, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah,
but
well,
I don't know.
I think that was
like with
good.
But now it's just more makes sense, more mature, more appropriate to wear leggings under a skirt. Like that would be okay. Nothing worse can happen. They have to make sure they're protected. Like nothing bad happens. But I mean, I like the Doc Martens or even some shoes. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
So I think that would help, like to be more flexible. But I worry about like it's slipping on the floor. Like if it's not fully clean, like they're cleaning the stage, and like make sure it's dry, and then make sure they don't trip over. It does happen, accidents do happen, or getting dizzy, or they're trying to be like wake up, like you gotta stay awake. Don't fall on me. Like I don't know, it's not like a bad situation, you know, but they just try to get more attention to the crowd, you know.
True. And it's metal, so you're gonna have to wear Doc Martens. At least some sort of.
I try to get it. I try to get Doc Martens, but it's too heavy for me. I think.
You could just order dark leather boots, and I don't think anyone would know the difference. They would probably be like, okay.
I would think so, and then if I go to the concert with those boots, I'm like, huh. If I would be more, like 1 or 2 inches taller, and I could see the stage and their faces in the way, yeah, I wouldn't be like everyone's getting pissed. I'm like, ah, you can see the stage, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
you're in my way. I can't see. Like,
So let's see.
get over with it. Like,
I think we hit a lot of cool topics here related to baby metal. I think it was pretty good. I think this is a pretty good conversation. I enjoyed talking with you, Morgan Metal. It was pretty cool.
yeah. It's just like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I will need to wrap this up pretty soon because I do need to take care of some things on my end. But I really enjoyed this conversation, and I hope that the chat did as well. I know there's some people chiming in here. And I mean, yeah. So do you have any last thoughts or anything else you want to say about baby metal?
Well, I would say hopefully they have good luck in their journey and won't they get exhausted, get tired out, get sick in their health, and keep going.
Yeah, 100%. That's one thing I think about too. When I think about them on the tour and I see their photos, I'm like, how do they keep that energy? What is the secret? Because like
it's like it goes viral. Like it goes viral every single day.
It does.
Like it keeps up boosting. Like like, oh, that's so much fun.
It's something in it too as well. Like those girls, you gotta think like, oh man, they were like through their schooling or the training through Sakuragaku and all that stuff. All that plays a role into this because like they are able to keep that smile and maintain that positive energy no matter what. I guess except for when Stu's told to stop. I guess for that part.
Yeah, like if I had the ability like just to keep going, that'd be so cool to meet new people. And then some people get lucky to meet baby metal only 1 or twice.
Yeah.
I wish that I had that ability, but I don't know. If I would have been famous, I would have.
Yeah. All right. Well, Morgan Metal, it's good talking with you. And chat, it was cool talking about baby metal. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, press the like button, share, subscribe, and I'll take it easy.
Oh wait, there's one more question.
Okay.
Who would you want to collab with baby metal?
Okay, I think we both can answer it. You go first.
Shoot. I was hoping what the good collab would be either Avenged Sevenfold, or Evanescence, or something. I don't know, or Skillet. It's hard to think what bands they like in their minds. Like whatever they choose or what they pick, they rent it in a studio. I'm like, okay, you want to collab, and sometimes they say sure, or sometimes they say no, but that's all I've been thinking. That's the bands I've been knowing of. So
and hey, if they
collab
if they had collab with Evanescence, then there would be their goth metal song. There you go. If they
female,
yeah,
that'd be great for the female vocalist. Like, okay, that makes sense. That'd be great if some metal will sing with Amy Lee. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. My answer to this, and I'm surprised this collaboration hasn't happened. Part of me wonders if it has already, and they're just keeping it in their back pocket. And it's obvious because like they kind of already did something live on stage together, and he's like considered to be a legend of metal. I mean, they have like a couple cool songs like Painkiller and Breaking the Law. Okay.
Yeah, Judas Priest.
Judas
really good.
Freaking Priest, man. Rob Halford, just have him on. Okay?
Yeah,
like like, what is the price? What does he want? According to an interview, he said he would be down for it, but I don't know. Okay?
I guess he liked them.
He does. He does.
He enjoyed it. What are your thoughts of the collab? Like, what are you thinking in your mind? Like, hopefully that would fit for them.
Man.
Because I've done mine.
It would. Oh, whatever song they do. Okay, the song itself would be the song would be written like very thrash. Okay, so it would sound like a Metal Resistance era song, 100%. It could be, it's gonna be like that. And this song would obviously have a lot of like commie band use in it, like a lot of solos and stuff, maybe some cool stuff like that. But also some
maybe with
really,
some other bands.
really intense singing from Sue and Rob Halford going back and forth. I mean, I could see that.
Slipknot or Stone Sour, maybe.
Yeah, either one. I mean, I think those bands are like two sides of the same coin, I suppose. I don't know. I think I listened to Stone Sour a couple times. You know, Slipknot a little bit more. Dude, that collaboration would be insane.
Maybe Korn, I don't know, or
well, I don't know. Korn.
It's or Disturbed, or I don't know.
When you used to say Korn, I'm like thinking like old school, like back in when they first started. Now I don't even know. I think they still have like their singer, right? They still have John. What's his name? Oh man, I forget. Right? John Davis.
With names.
John Davis.
Yeah.
They still have him, but I don't even know, man. Like I don't really follow them anymore. I used to when I was in high school.
So I know bands I have in my mind, but what you're thinking, what bands you want to think to collab in your mind, like for BABYMETAL, like what you're thinking, what bands, your favorite bands, but with BABYMETAL in your mind. Well, that'll be my final question.
There's Judas Priest. I already mentioned that one.
Okay.
Favorite band. Well, favorite Japanese band would be Love Bites, okay? But like
maybe that'd be great.
If they did a collab together, that song would probably replace Road of Resistance, okay? Okay.
That would be great, especially like same thing they done with Dragon Force. I wish there would be more with Dragon Force. Like it was great.
It would be Dragon Force ×2 or ×5 times Love Bites, okay? It would be insane.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Yeah, that was a great idea in your mind right now. That'll be sick.
Thank you. Sometimes I have good ideas. All right, I'm getting some messages. The other boss, aka the wife, is like, "Hey, all right, I do need to wrap this up, but it was great talking with you, BABYMETAL and chat.
You too.
You guys take it easy and have a good one.
Thank you so much.
I'll be around in the Discord to talk later, Morgan, to share some ideas. And
well, I might gotta eat dinner and binge watch The Good Doctor right now.
Okay. Well, yeah. You take it easy, and you guys have a good one. Okay.
All right. You too. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.